So I'm gonna talk about my old job where I used to work, my last job, but I haven't worked a job since this place. So um I was working there and I got discriminated by black people, like real actual black people. And then I realized these are not black people. These are African people that are coming into our country, into the US. And like I can tell you what kind of rituals they were doing in the last store I worked at. And I'm a real African American. But at the same time, I met this Africans, right? And they couldn't believe how more African that I was. I was more African than them. And that's what this guy or girl, whatever he was, he looked like a female. And he didn't realize he looked like a female, or he must know that he looks like a female. But he's a tall African, but I'm gonna say it was a female because then when I seen him wear the clothes, I was like, oh, he is a guy. But I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing. So I ain't gonna say nothing because this man that I worked with him. I saw him on his off day, and I was like, dang, that is a female. But in New York, you can't really tell. You can't tell if these women are these models. You can't tell if they're a man or a woman because it's not because they're beautiful. It's because people like tall people. And I was like, well, I was looking at him like, you ain't that motherfucking tall. That's how I looked at him. And I was like, but he does know how to wear them female clothes. It's just funny, but not really, you know? No hate, no shade on him, but he didn't know how to wear female clothes. So I was like, okay. And then I was like, this is the funny part. He couldn't believe how African, when I was working with him, he couldn't believe how African American that I am. Like, he could not believe that I was so African American, that he was so jealous that when he left out of this state of Texas and went back to New York, he tried to take all my blackness away. He can't take my motherfucking blackness away, baby. Because when I have black ass lips, black ass eyes. When I showed up on this motherfucking camera one time or the other day, I did look light skinned. But guess what? When they were like, let's give her back her blackness. That's right, baby, because I'm African American and don't even play with me. And the guy or whatever, he was so disrespectful in the store. I can tell you what he said so he remembers me. This is what you fucking said. You said I ain't gonna be shit. That's why I became a YouTuber. And he was a young man dressing in female clothes on his off days. He said that, and I got my clothes on. I'm just laying here on my couch, on my brand new couch. This is what he said this is what he said to me at the job. He said, I ain't gonna be shit. And he kept running into me. I was like, why is he hitting me? He's a man, right? I was like, why does he keep running into me and hitting me on my elbows and shit like that? And then this is the funny part. I went to jail. I got arrested like a true black woman. Went to jail, got discriminated, got out of jail. This is what happened. When I got out of there, I had no marks on my arms or nothing, but I was injured and stuff like that. I was really badly injured. So I still went to work and everything, but the thing about it was the guy or whatever, the black guy, the African that's whatever trying to be a model and stuff, try to say I'm not black. Guess what? When I cut this hair, when I cut these curls, underneath these curls is naps. This is from the job, from the restaurant, calling me Hispanic and stuff. This is all calling me Hispanic, and it's turned into dreadlocks up here. This is all dreadlocks. And the rest of this part right here, the black part that you see that's blending in with the couch, is my nappy hair. This is how nappy my hair is. That's how black my ass is, bitch. And he's a guy, and I'm calling him a bitch because when he would go to the store, he was on his off day. I was going to work and stuff. And I was like, he never rides He never rides the train or the bus. I never see him ride the train or the bus. Always gets a ride. I see him. I was like, oh, because he's African. He thinks because of his height. But he doesn't know I got family from the motherfucking Caribbean. He doesn't know that. And he don't also he don't fucking know that my family's from the East Coast. So I'm naturally tall. So this fool gonna say that I'm gonna rot in that restaurant, right? But guess what? I worked at several fucking restaurants in the state of Texas. My entire life, I've been discriminated at these white supremacist restaurants. I can name some restaurants. I'm not gonna name them, but I'm gonna tell you, sir, that bitch that I was working with, and I think you motherfucking know who you are. So, anyways, I'm gonna say like this: you was not a kid, you a grown ass man, and wearing female clothes like a 20-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what you look like. You look like you're in your 20s. And when I was in my motherfucking 20s, I didn't work at no stores. I didn't work at no restaurants. Not ever. Not ever. I was like snobbish. When I was 18, I was told myself, I will never work a job at these restaurants when I turned 21 or 22, and I didn't. I didn't work at none of those restaurants. I worked for myself. I didn't ever ask for a handout at those restaurants. When I ended up getting a restaurant job was when I was in my 30s, in my early 30s. I'm not in my early 30s right now. I'm in my mid 30s. So, anyways, my whole point is, once I went there to go apply for the jobs, to go back to go make some income for myself, because it was getting real hard for me, because I was like, it was real hard for me and everything. Once the situation was hard for me to get a job and everything, I was like, I don't know what to do, right now I don't really want to go back to a restaurant because of the last guy said this is what he said, and I think he's gonna watch this video and see it when it's gonna stumble in his lap. He's a young guy. He's not that young, but he's young. But he's not like, he's a grown up. You're a grown man. And you're gonna tell me that I'm gonna rot at that store. Guess what? They fired me. They paid me to fire me, and I got some of my money. I didn't get all of it, but I got most of it, and I'm still waiting on the money still from the company that I was working at, because I was badly discriminated, and it's shown on camera. And I'm actually a model too, and I was seeing myself on the camera how pretty I was, and that's why they paid me my motherfucking income. And then also they didn't want to say that you stole my ID, but you did steal my ID. You did. And they got proof on there. And I'm not that tall. I'm short. So, and this guy that stole it, he's like real tall. He's like 6'5", or she's like, when he's out of the store, it looks like a female. But when I worked with him, I know it was a man. I know it was a guy or whatever. He stole my wallet. I got back on my feet again. I'm living good. I got most of my information and everything. I'm doing fine. I'm doing well. That's why I got up on YouTube, because I know enough people that support me in the real world. That's why I have a lot of subscribers, or a lot of views, because there's people out here that know me. So, anyways, yeah. I haven't done my hair because I don't have any money. There's only certain things I have. When I was at the shelter, they would give me like shampoo and everything, but now I don't have any shampoo. I don't have no hair conditioning, none of that. I have to get all that on my own. That's why my hair look like this. It's standing up on top of my head because I don't got no hair shampoo. So anyways, I always take care of myself. I always do my hair. always braided down. When I braid it down, I don't show people my braids because my braids are really short and my hair doesn't get long. It doesn't get that long at all. Not when I put it in cornrows and I put it in the back like that, my hair does not get long. So anyways, I was like, I love how Africans come up in our country in the United States and start telling these African Americans that they're no longer black, but for some weird fucking odd reason, their asses are all up in our country and stuff. And I was like, this shit is funny, you know? And I'm like, this shit is hilarious. And I'm the blackest motherfucking one. Again, I'm going to say it one more fucking time. I'm the blackest motherfucking one in the United States of America of the African American descent. My mom's side came from slavery. That's why I have this motherfucking hair. And do I have to utter and say it motherfucking one more motherfucking time again? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna talk about him again, the young guy that's like 6'5" that stole my wallet or ID. I'm gonna talk about your bitch ass. Not only you stole my ID, but you telling people I'm not African and I'm Hispanic. You a jealous ass bitch. You mad because you African and you sold us to the white man and made us stuck here in the U.S. That's what you mad about. And they're going to tell me I'm going to be stuck and rotten in the fucking restaurant. And then they got it on camera of me laughing with my mask on my face. I was laughing at this African because I was like, he's just mad because he enslaved a whole fucking race of black people. And all of us are all light skinned. And yes, I have some type of light skin in my genetics. That's why my hair looks straight. And I'm going to show you in my motherfucking kitchen because I'm American. I'm American citizen. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show your bitch ass how light skinned and black my ass is mixed with Hispanic and everything from slavery. I'm going to show your dumb ass. And that since I'm still waiting for my money from the motherfucking restaurant that I got discriminated in. Yeah, and then and I'm going to say it was him. He stole my ID. And I got my information and where I'm good. I don't need you motherfuckers all in my life or nothing now. But this is how my hair is right now. Thanks to you saying that I'm not black and nothing. But when I go out in that motherfucking sunlight, my ass is African as a motherfucker in Mexico. I ain't never been to Mexico. But I bet if I go, my ass is going to be black as a motherfucker in Mexico. But when I'm inside the snow, I'm black as